We're gonna start making borscht from ribs, pork ribs. I'm gonna wash this. So we heat 10, the highest, and let it boil. Don't forget to put the cover on top. Here we go, the water boils. We have to take out this off, just like that, and set our stove to minimum. Let's say 2. Yeah. Cover it just like this, like that. I leave it on 2, and I set the timer for 90 minutes at least. If you guys have 2 hours, that would be even better. So our 90 minutes are up, and it's time to continue with vegetables. Like that. So our 6 potatoes are now ready to go. So we throw them in carefully, just like that. And stir, and put our stove to 10 again, because we need the water to boil. Then we proceed with cabbage, just like that. It goes to the pot as well, to potato. Throw the cabbage in as well. Stir it again and leave it until it boils. And now we're gonna deal with the frying pan and the rest of vegetables. So I'm gonna use some canola oil here to prepare the pan and put it aside to the stove. And first thing to do is gonna be the onion. Peel it. In fact, we chop it into squares. So now our onion goes on the frying pan, and we set the temperature to 4 until we deal with carrot and beet. And so now we peel the carrot just like that. So I wash the carrots and I'm processing it. Here we go. Now our carrot goes to onion. The temperature is still set on 4 until we yet have to deal with beet. So now I'm gonna peel the beet. I can tell you that this is quite a big one, so I could separate it into 2 halves and use half of it for this time, and then I'm gonna use another half for my another borscht. So we're gonna process half of it. It's gonna be enough. To we now are good to increase the temperature here. I would say to 9, and I would stir it. It's not yet frying, which gives us time to process more vegetables and ingredients for this frying stuff. So we'll leave it like that for now. We can now see that our borscht is boiling, which is perfect. So I turned the fan on and I turned the temperature to medium and continue with vegetables. So I'm now gonna deal with tomato. We will need the whole tomato, just like that. Okay. So I slice it again into squares. Now we can hear the noise from frying pan. So our vegetables finally cooking, and we are good to stir it all, and add some more ingredients. So I will put it to 7 because I need time to deal with the rest of the ingredients. Okay guys, so I have just cut the dill, and I have processed garlic just like that. Sorry, I forgot to record that video actually. So now we put the stuff to the rest of our vegetables on the frying pan. Here we go. We also add other ingredients, and as I see that the borscht is boiling, I put temperature 4, and I'm adding other ingredients to our pan, just like ketchup. I would say it would be 4 tablespoons, which is a tablespoon of sour cream. Here we go. And one more secret ingredient, which is flour. Half, I would say, not full tablespoon, if you measure it in tablespoon. And now we are good to stir it all, so it is well mixed, and you can feel the smell of all these vegetables mixing up in the kind of sauce that we prepared. And you might notice that the frying pan becomes kind of dry because vegetables take all that oil in, which is totally fine, and we're just gonna have to add more oil, just like that, because it has to be moisture and never dry. When it becomes dry, we are at risk of burning our vegetables. We don't want to do that, so it doesn't hurt to add more oil. And now it is all well mixed, and becomes more like a sauce, you know. Just keep mixing it until receiving one moisture mixture like that. Give it just half of a minute, but never leave it alone without your attention, again, because it can burn. So I turn off the pan, and I'm gonna add all this mixture to my pot. And as you can see, there is too much water in the pot. It's not gonna fit in, so I have to take the extra water out from the pot. Sometimes you can see that there's not enough water, which is also fine, so you can add that water, like boiling water from your kettle, if it happens. So what I do, I just take the water in the cup, add our mixture to the pan, to the pot. Adding it just like that. Nice and slow. So I'm adding 2 full teaspoons of salt. I would say 1/3 of teaspoon of pepper, black pepper. Also 1/3 of teaspoon of basil. And 1/3 of teaspoon of Georgian khmeli-sooneli spices. If you don't have these Georgian spices, because they arrived to me from Ukraine and I never looked for them in Canadian store, so you might find them, but if you don't, that I would say is an optional ingredient, and it will not hurt if you do not add those. So we just now stir our borscht so that salt and spices go through the whole pot, and we will have it equally salted when we try it. And now I set the temperature to 4. It's actually set, so you don't have to do anything. I just cover it like that to leave some space. I would say that maybe 4.5. And then I set the timer to 20 minutes. And so our borscht is ready. We turn the timer off, we turn the stove off, and we're ready to try it. So, like that. And so our borscht is now ready to go for test drive. So personally I enjoy it with sour cream. If you guys don't, that's also fine. It goes well without sour cream as well. Now that we've got borscht, let's do some homemade garlic bread, which will go perfectly well together with the borscht. And we take 5 pieces, I would say, for this bowl of bread, 5 pieces of garlic, and we peel it. Then we process the garlic just like we did for our borscht. Now we're gonna use a frying pan. Heat 10. We're gonna use again canola oil, and we're gonna fry our bread very quickly. So I put carefully the bread into our pan. It will be 2 sets of what we have here. Now as you hear the bread frying, you have to be really quick on it so that the bread does not get burnt. So you just to mix it and observe how it gets fried, just to orange to brown color, but make sure it's not black, because when it's black it means that the bread has been burned. And I'm gonna add the garlic to our fried bread, and I'm gonna mix it with tablespoons of salt and garlic are spread equally within our bowl. And so let's give it a try. My garlic bread, put it into mayo, and delicious. Let me know in comments if you decide to make this garlic bread. how it tastes to you, and maybe you will prefer it not with mayo but some other sauce, or without any sauce to go with borscht. It will go as perfectly well. Now guys, my borscht tastes yummy to me, and you do let me know in comments how your borscht tastes to you, and also let me know in comments what other dishes of Ukrainian cuisine you want me to show you how I cook. I will appreciate your thumbs up. Don't forget to share this video with your friends and family, and share your borscht too. I hope you will enjoy it, and I will see you guys in next videos.